There is a list of most privileged countries in the world done for 2022. It is a 44-country list, which is reported by quite a number of reputable websites. The study was done by ABCD agency based on 4 criteria, and they are liberty and life satisfaction, career opportunities, finance, and then we had safety and healthcare. Majority of these countries on the list are in Europe, Asia, and then North America. However, there is one particular country on the list in Africa, which is South Africa, and that is the reason why I want to do this podcast. Come with me. You are welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Cyrus, and this is Toontum Network. My channel is based on 4 major topics, and that is religion, politics, business, and other lifestyle. If you find my channel interesting, please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment if you have to. Thank you. So on most of the website, in accordance with the 4 main criteria they used, came up as this. So Norway came up first place under liberty and life satisfaction. Okay. Norway again scored the highest under career opportunities. And then Canada scored highest under safety and health. And then finally, Switzerland scored the highest under finance. However, our own South Africa was ranked at 33rd place overall. And I have a problem with that. My problem is there are countries on that list that I do not believe they are better than South Africa. There are at least 3 countries that are identified on that list that they had no business being ahead of South Africa. As a matter of fact, I thought there were countries in Africa that were far better, which were supposed to rather be on that list instead of those 3 countries that I could identify. But I don't want to mention names at this point. But someday we'll have to do our own ratings to avoid these types of bias. In my opinion, what I'm about to say next sounds like a good enough criterion to use in determining the privilege of a country. Tell me this. Is it not a privilege to be born in a country less prone to cancer and stroke and air pollution that comes with all manner of life-threatening diseases? Do you know the countries with the highest rate of death in the world in the last 10 years, according to a World Health Organization and World Bank report? They are Bulgaria, Ukraine, Latvia, and so many European countries filling up the top spots on the list. So tell me this, is it a privilege to be born in a country where you are more likely to die before the age 15? To be alive is a privilege. So being born in any part of Africa is a blessing in itself. Can't you see that so far the wars are shifting away from Africa to other parts of the world? We, Africans, used to be on the TV every day for the wrong reasons. We used to be on CNN, BBC, MSNBC, ABC, and so on, every day showing how wars were killing our people and how poverty has made us miserable. Can't you see that stereotype is gradually changing? Can't you see it? It's an absolute privilege to be born in Ghana, to be born in Tanzania, Rwanda, Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, and so many beautiful parts of the continent. It's a privilege, I tell you. Things will just have to click for you to appreciate what I'm saying the more. To me, it's not a real privilege to be born in a country where for 6 months straight, you are at the mercy of a brute cold weather, severe snow, earthquake, and thunderstorms. I don't find that as privilege. To be born in a privilege where you are constantly under pressure to work and pay bills. You can easily become homeless. No family support system. Everybody is on their own, where you are likely to spend your time or even die lonely with your pet. I don't find that as a privilege. Think deeply about this. Did we just come to this earth to work and pay bills every day? Really? I'll tell you this. If you can work hard as an African and get yourself a small air-conditioned car and an air-conditioned home, you are already living the best life. A well-privileged life, as a matter of fact. I remember there was a time in Africa where you only see white folks on this continent when they were working for some United Nations organization or a charity group or something. But since 2022, there has been 80 million foreigners who travel to Africa. A good number of those travelers have found second homes here, and they found families here. What does that mean? It's a paradigm shift. Social media has successfully brought about a positive alternative image of Africa. successfully replacing all that horrific stereotypes that were constantly being shown about us. Many African Americans have moved back and successfully integrated. They do their ancestry search and find their way back to their roots. There has never been a time where I saw or dealt with any African American in Ghana who didn't have the mindset of relocating to Ghana or some part of Africa constantly on his mind. Never been a time. All of them at some point are contemplating on when they would move back permanently to Africa. Privilege used to be a thing for a select few. By using my own life as an example, I can tell you this one thing for sure. Anybody can feel privileged at different stages in their lives. You just have to keep on working on something that provides some sort of solution in your society and never give up. Eventually, people will begin to notice you and want to associate with you. Trust me, it always works like this. Our economies and government may not make us feel that privilege. Our societies may be filled with disappointment and hopelessness. But if I can be sitting here behind my mic at this point, trust me, you can do even more. If you start putting your talent and your skill set to work and not stop, you sooner than later feel privilege. It is a privilege to live in a generation like this where everything is possible. So just do it. Don't complain. Just start something and don't stop. Eventually, something good will come out of it. The world is changing. Everything is possible at this stage. So don't give up. Start it now and don't waste any more time. I promise you, this will be the best decision you would have made for yourself and your family. Thank you so much for being a part of this podcast. God bless you for taking time to watch this episode. Until I come your way again, please subscribe, like, share, leave a comment if you have to. It's bye-bye for now.